talk about what's going on with your weather story out there this morning. Tank may notice some of this patchy dense fog that we have out there across the area. That is an issue that you're going to run into, especially across the northern half of the state this morning. Now, the prime area right now we're seeing some very low visibility clocking in is really southwest Wyoming into portions of the Bear River Range and northern portions of the Cache Valley. That's where we have visibility at times dropping less than a mile, and in some spots we've got that visibility down to less than a quarter of a mile. Also notice a little bit of fog trying to get going off of the Great Salt Lake downwind towards the Tooele area. So please be aware of that for your morning travels, especially along I-80. That's all the issue there for you. All right, so we do have a little bit of patchy dense fog showing up here in Cache Valley. Not as thick as what we saw yesterday morning, but still an issue. So those fog alerts continue for eastern Box Elder County, Cache Valley, over towards southwest Wyoming. And this goes through about 10 a.m. on Friday for an indication that we could have some treacherous visibilities out there for you. So make sure you reduce your speed. Be aware of some of that low fog that will show up out there across the area here. And look, let's got a visitor here. Hey, Tank, I guess, is doing the forecast. He's going to help us with the weather right now. Hi there, buddy. So Tank says, watch out for this fog out here. It's pretty dense across the area, so keep in mind that as you go throughout the day. But notice as we get towards late this morning, things improve. So it's not going to last long, but through about 9, 10 o'clock in this morning, it could be an issue. All right, let me show you the weather map, and you can see here we've got one storm moving away. We've got another storm diving down towards the south of us. So we're kind of in between, and that's why I think it's overall going to be drier as we progress throughout the day. Storm system 1 moves out of here. Storm system number 2 we look at down to our south. Through Saturday, no impacts expected here in the Beehive State. That will stay down towards Arizona and Southern California. But Saturday night into Sunday, some of that moisture is going to try to pivot back towards southeastern Utah, and we can see some of those rain showers developing from Moab over towards Lake Powell, back up towards Blanding. This could be something that could cause you a nuisance, really, more so than a major problem. I don't expect it to be heavy rain. I just think there will be a few scattered showers that will develop and rotate across southeastern Utah. So south of Castle Country, as you get into San Juan and Grand counties over towards the west there, we could have a few showers throughout the day Sunday, off and on. But again, it's not going to be a major event. So let's look ahead at Futurecast, because we're still tracking more changes, although the weather calms down a little bit. Here's that last little cutoff low pressure moving by southeastern Utah, bringing them some showers as we go into your Sunday. For the rest of us, seasonable temperatures. Enjoy it, because it does turn cooler behind the system as we get a northwesterly flow to wrap in here. So that looks like temperatures will be cooling down a little below average as we go throughout most of your holiday week. But still, no major storms or inclement weather showing up, at least through the actual week itself. Now, just beyond that, by the time we get towards your Friday, yeah, that's when we're going to start to watch to the north and west. There are signs. Yeah, we get finally a pattern flip that brings in a true winter-like scene around here. Now, I won't go into details on any specific chances of anything, but what I will say is it looks to turn much colder by the time we get towards next weekend. So not this weekend, but next weekend is the time frame we're watching for maybe some true winter-like conditions. We'll see how it plays out. All right, St. George, upper 50s here for us today. Mid to upper 50s Saturday, low 60s on Sunday. Southeast Utah Saturday night into Sunday. Watch out for those showers. Just a few clouds, I think, in St. George itself. Otherwise, next week for the holiday week, temperatures cooling below average. And yeah, Thanksgiving Day looks dry right now in St. George with also some cool temperatures. The Wasatch Front, we've got temperatures in the 50s through Sunday, but then look at next week. We changed those 50s into 40s. That's a little below average, lows in the 20s and low 30s. And we'll watch Thanksgiving Day. There's a very slim chance of a front passing by to our north that could provide a little light rain or light snow for some of our higher elevations. We'll keep an eye on it, but it doesn't look like anything significant right now. But beyond that, into next week, that's when we could see a more significant pattern change. We'll see. All right, let's talk about what's going on with your traffic as we get you out the door this morning. Again, we were watching a situation here on the on-ramp here at I-15 northbound at 9000 South in the Sandy area, but looks like that has quickly been cleared up now, and things are looking back to normal there. Otherwise, as we look at Sandy here on a wide view on I-15, once you get on the interstate, traffic is flowing smoothly. We'll have more of your traffic and weather coming up throughout the morning, but for now, let's get you back over to Matt and Alyssa.